Tricks to help improve your study. Well, there are no tricks to replace good old-fashioned hard work, but there is some research that suggests we can use that more productively if we know these things. One of the big areas we've learnt lots about is sleep, surprisingly. So that's good news for study. You can actually be studying while you're asleep, especially if it's the last thing you think of when you go to bed at night. Studies have shown this very clearly for motor skills. If we use an example like learning to play the piano. If you practice a tune and you finally get the tune right, science would tell us that usually you're going to have to practice that another 90 times or so before it's really consolidated in your brain, before you really know it. Whereas if you practice it and then go to sleep, your brain continues to keep practicing that while you're asleep. So when you wake up, you actually can remember it more effectively than if you had stayed awake practicing the 90 times. But it has to be the last thing you're thinking of when you go to sleep. Another good study trick that helps to learn is, surprisingly, to sing. The part of your brain that's responsible for memory is a part called the hippocampus, and that's right in the very centre of your emotional brain. Music evokes emotions. What that means is that you usually remember things much easier if you sing it. When people struggle with learning, say, the periodic table, they turn it into a song and suddenly you can remember the periodic table. That's because memory and singing are side by side in the brain. If you're finding something difficult to memorise, try turning it into a song. And then to make that really effective, try singing that song to yourself as you fall asleep at night.